the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense in a bunch formation. He leaves it with the back. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running inside, it's Croma. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Riles. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out every time he has the...
Snags it, and there's running room. Past the 30. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make myself? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable. Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a first and goal.
Out wide left, it's Thomas. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. He's past the sticks. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again. It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Hand off for Brown. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played. But no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida, Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great, the lineage, the history of the players. So it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951. What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot.
He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Miami. Looking for the time with the extra point. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Straight ahead, it's Croma. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Snapped it in the shotgun. Left side, it's Riles. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. That's reeled in. It's Riles. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did.
Intercepted for the 11th time. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quick give. It's Brown. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Can't get him to the ground. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. In the red area, it's Brown. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. A give to Brown. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, Give him the ball. Let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Plows his way ahead. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. First play of this drive. Catch in the middle. It's Riles. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. There he goes. The pick 6. He takes it in. Touchdown, Canes. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return with that small change. Take over at the 43.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll give it to Brown. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Mensah to throw. He's got it.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll send the tight end in motion. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Working that left side now. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Touchdown, Hurricane! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeps it himself. He'll toss it. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. Pulls it in, it's Daniels. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown Seminoles! Once he got some room, it was over. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Again, it's Brown. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. Moving to his left. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Throwing, Mensah unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Stepping to the right. He'll pull it down and run. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Mensah. Out wide left, it's Pringle. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Fresh center downs going to the air. He wants to take the top off. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had it. Is in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points.
He lets it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Rutgers taking on the Maryland Terrapins. And it's the Scarlet Knights engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the ACC.
Here we go. Go. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Enough to move the chains. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Now on first down from the 28. One more time, it's Brown. Turning it on. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Hand off for Brown. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Gonna run it. It's Pringle. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Right. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. A give to Brown. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
On first down, it's Brown again. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Canes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the gun, it's Pringle. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
So Miami signals for a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge. Go.
Here's Mensah to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Trying to squeak through the pile. And he's in. Touchdown, Miami. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After the defense just gave up a touchdown, they really need to put something together on this drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the forced a big turnover. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They'll give it to Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The run inside. It's Pringle. Powers through the defender. He's past the marker. Could be a touchdown, Canes. He would not be denied. The Hurricanes Canes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Rush is on, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. On to attempt the try. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Right side, it's Lopez. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Wants to go up top on second down. Between the hashes, it's Robinson.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't blow.
Makes the grab and room to run. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll go with a direct snap. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. Running inside the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for room, it's Chroma. Just smothered on the play.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long first down marker just short of the goal line. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Moves the pocket. It's Daniels. Got his man in the middle. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
That's pretty good zone defense, man. Zone defense means I got eyes on the quarterback, and when somebody comes into my zone, then I'm communicating with the other guy, and they pass it off and do a good job seeing the crosser, going to him, breaking on the football, getting the tackle, and now forcing the 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Left side is Boggs. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Motion from the wideout. Throwing, Mensah. Finds his target. At the 20, he's got space. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. And the Canes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Give to the running back. There he goes. Got the 1st down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And listen, the defense has made it a priority to try to rip the football free. You saw them that time really trying to go for that turnover, but nice job breaking tackles. Really good ball security by the running back.
The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Give running right, Jordan Lyle. There's some room. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Lyle again. Got enough for the 1st down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
And the Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Mensah. Got the quick pass. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
And the Canes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They're all over him. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They want that clock to run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Again, it's high. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
3rd and goal, and I like the play call. You're trying to run it in. You expect to be physical, but this offensive line just not getting the job done. They need more push.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
The Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And they got him for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the counter. He's a little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And one of the things you're taught as a defensive guy, when you're trying to strip the football, you got to secure the tackle with one hand, try to get the football with the other, and they're not securing the tackle. I get it. They're trying to go for the fumble, but they got to do a better job executing.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's Mensah to throw. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll move the wide receiver. Snapped on 4th down. Look out. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator. Try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Going for 6. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.